Hey everyone, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel for another game of Mechabellum. If you paid attention to Meg 1 this past weekend, you would have noticed one player in particular playing a very interesting and unique style, and that would be Cast, with this cool steel ball and hound sort of mid-range formation. So we were so inspired that we decided that, you know what, we want to try this too. So we've chosen amp spec, we've got our steel ball hound start, we are up against a giant spec player. And we're going to try to see how the strategy works and, learn a bit about it and see how it goes. So there was one standard deploy that looked like this, but this seems like really far back. And so when I was noticing, actually we're going to cast 2 games today, right? I've got 2 replays, this first one, and then I'm going to have another one where we do a similar strategy as well. And they're going to be against 2 different things. So this one, we are up against Giant Spec. Next one, we're going to be dealing with hackers and stuff. So we're actually going to have examples from 2 different opponents, 2 different gameplay styles and unit compositions as we learn. And so when I looked at the loadouts from Cast, what I had noticed was the balls actually go, one of them goes kind of behind here, and one of them goes kind of like here in front of the tower to prevent it from being brought backwards. But I couldn't remember it quite at the time. So, what I did remember was they need to be in front of the tower so they don't get pulled back. Or if you have a unit here, then all your balls are going to come back around. So we place them both in front of the tower like this. And we have our sort of safety hound on the left side here. We are going to get this asim formation, sort of a bit of a crossfire, although the other player is playing more standard. We speed through some of these rounds because we are going to go through 2 replays, so I want to make sure we have time to cover what we can. Looks like we are quick enough. We do manage to get that tower down and win that. And we have a few too many crawlers here. It looks like we should be able to crawl in and finish off those balls. Round 2. Okay, Improved Overlord is offered. That's a real game-changing card. So is Missile Strike is offered too. And look at this. We've already got this pesky round 2 Raiden. This is what happens with Giant Spec. And honestly, you guys, man, have I been frustrated with the meta recently. I have had horrible games. Since the Fire Badger stuff, I've just been not feeling too good. I dropped so much MMR. I was trying Fire Badger stuff. People on Discord are saying stuff like, oh, it's so easy, blah, blah, blah. But then I get in these situations where if I was playing this in like a Fire Badger start or whatever, then I'd go against the round 2 Raiden. Raiden will get, level 2 more quickly than I could get a Raiden at level 2, and then it just scales and becomes impossible. End up in like a mirror matchup, but with lower levels and whatnot. So slower tech. So we're trying something different. We're going back to the fundamentals here. We're looking at cast replays. We're learning how to play like that, and this is more typical of how I have historically been playing of aggro. But what I'm liking about this, the positioning here is, yeah, it's aggro, but it's not up on the line. There is room for flexibility. I can grab these units and beacon them over the other tower. I can move things around. I'm more flexible if I'm getting drops in the back. Like sometimes when you play really close on the line aggro, you end up being susceptible to like wasp swarm and rhinos and stuff like that, and flanks and things happening in that way. So I feel like with this, it's easier to play safe, and yet you still have opportunity to do interesting maneuvers on the aggression. So you see this round where I just put that crawler up in front to hopefully tank a bit of that Raiden. So we do see those Fire Badgers coming down now. I'm able to clear that. So what I'm thinking about now is, all right, what can we what can we do about this Raiden? And I've noticed Kaz choosing the Phantom Ray quite a bit, and so we went with the Phantom Ray. If you saw last round, I had bought the what was it? The Phoenix, and then I switched and got the Phantom Ray instead. I feel like the Phantom Ray, although technically countered by the Raiden, right? Raiden has 3 shots. It can hit each of the Phantom Rays and kill it. I feel like it works better than the Phoenix. They're more likely to get a lock. There's an extra body, so the whole pack doesn't die as often, where, you know, sometimes if a Raiden shoots, it may hit 1 or 2, and like another unit, it may not hit all 3 of them, right? If you got enough junk in the way. And the Phantom Ray has a couple techs that could really help in dealing with the Raiden. One of them being Cloak, where, you know, you hide yourself and then the Raiden can't shoot you if you're not hidden, right? Stealth Cloak. It also increases the attack and the HP by a bit, so that does help. But also burst mode, 150% extra damage. It launches all 10 missiles at once, and all you need, like against the Raiden, is you want to kill it right away. Right? You don't want to give it time to reload and shoot again, because it has one powerful shot, a long reload, and then another powerful shot. So we can turn our Phantom Rays into units that can, theoretically, with burst mode, if it gets a lock, it will one-shot the Raiden, and therefore the Raiden won't be able to deal damage to the Phantom Rays. So I think that's an option here. So it keeps us open that we can hopefully deal with this Raiden. And you can see I'm building out hounds now. Like, I get range on my hounds, and we got the ball. We're sort of beaconing into the tower. I also have some sledges on the back here. We are trying to keep units in the back. We even oil here because we notice all these units are being pulled in the back, and then when they come up, they're going to be super slow. And that should buy us more time to get this tower down. We do see a flank here with the Typhoon on the left, but with that, yes, the oil even lights from the Badgers. We get that tower, and with that, all this stuff lights up, and we are going to hopefully be able to get in here. The other thing too, Phantom Rays, they level pretty quickly, and if you can get them like level 2, level 3, level 4, like, look how much damage that did. We're even under threat. We lost our tower over there, and no problem, doesn't matter. Able to kill that Raiden. There's only one more unit that can, well, actually, sorry, there's 3 more units that can shoot up. I guess Typhoons can as well. Another cool tech on Phantom Ray, right? Energy Shield. Or if you see opponent going on, well, actually, you have 2 defensive abilities. Right here, you have Armor and Energy Shield. So if you see an opponent making too many Mustangs to try to take down the Phantom Ray, then you click Armor. If you see them making too many marksmen to try to deal with them, then you click the shield. So what will happen is the shield has to pop fully, right? If you have a shield, it's the same HP as the body, right? So let's say, you know, we've got 11,000 HP. If the marksman shoots it and it does 10,000 HP, right? So there's 1,000 of shield left, and it shoots the second time, it will not do hull damage. The second shot will just do the remaining 1,000 HP, right? So it buys, it adds extra breakpoints. And so even if you click something like double shot, it will have a more likely chance to get down to 0, but most likely the marksman is going to still have to shoot twice. It'll double shot once, and hopefully that will break the shield, and then double shot again. So you're still buying extra shots. Double shot most likely is not going to remove the entire shield in one go. All right. So we got the level 3 Phantom right now, and we keep pumping this up, right? This is our only defense against the Raiden. It's kind of crazy, right? We're thinking, okay, we just win on the ground. And if we can win on the ground, then we can just have this one unit. It will survive, and it will win in the air for us. We are using this time to beacon over on the left side. We put a crawler over here, and we are also defending our side over here. We do get a steel ball and a Phantom Ray down here. We try to missile the marksman and whatever garbage was there, but it does get shielded really well. But we are sort of circumventing this, and we did pull in the back here, but the wall's slowing us down a little bit. However, the beacon coming in, there's nothing in the way, and we should hopefully be able to get this tower. Right side is under threat, but we do get that tower now, and we should be able to stay alive and clear up the ground, hopefully. We have a pretty high level hound here, level 3 hound with the small amp core. Hounds do not do well against Raiden, right? They just get completely blasted. However, buys us enough time to get that tower. First tower enables us to get the other tower. And with that, the extra raise here, you see they're not able to kill it. And we do get another round win. Units offered. Overlord, Void Eye, Phoenix, and Scorpion. We go into the Overlord here. This has been pretty strong in the meta right now too, where we have Overlord up against the Raiden. Raiden is obviously very popular and common unit right now, and Overlord does beat Raiden. It can one-shot them. You see this, it does 5,000 damage per shot, but it shoots a whole bunch. And it usually is able to pop the Raiden in one shot. We see an opening here, right? We're pulling on the left. I'm going to put an extra sledge down here to slow things down even further. And we're going to try and pop this wall and get in and get that tower. Tower only level 2, should die pretty easily to this Overlord. But we're not fully committed to the Overlord. It doesn't look like we're going to tech it or anything like that. We've got it on the line. We're just trying to pop the tower. When you look at Cast's games from Mag 1, his entire game plan is basically pop the tower, win the round. Get the tower, get the round. And so that's what we're trying here. Right? We still only have a couple units that shoot up here. We are against a lot of Raiden. They have range now. It's getting a little scary. But pop the tower, and we'll see what can happen here. Round starts, get that tower. We did have those hounds there to try to help deal with any chaff that got in the way. Fortunately, they got blasted right away. However, tower under threat now, and looks like we survive that blast and we are able to get that tower. Now the right tower goes down. Those balls just a little bit too strong. And now this Overlord just one taps that. Raiden, no problem. Marksman dies. Everything starts to die. We've got a lot left over here. Our Overlord does go down, but we still get substantial damage. We're just completely overrunning our opponent here. Redeploy is offered as well as advanced power. Redeploy could be used to help save that Overlord, or we could just go advanced power, sell the Overlord. Orbital possibility and super heavy. I mean, these are all good options here. A lot of good cards for us. Orbital chosen for opponent. Not sure. It could work. We go advanced power. Yeah, we sell out here. Like, we're not going to be able to shield, but with the advanced power system, we're going to be very, very fast. We're going to have to make sure we take temp speed too. We have been taking it quite a lot here. We've only got +1, +1, opponent +1, +1. They still have these balls as well. So with all of our money here, what are we going to do? It's starting to get scary how many Raidens there are. And we are really relying on these 2 units in order to help seal the deal. It is probably time that we find a way to shoot up with something else. So, what can we do? Crawler? Oh, okay, okay. So it is not time. We decided go level 2 crawlers. I think I was running low on time here. I wanted the hounds, and might as well build the crawlers too. We do get a bubble, and we're just trying to... Basically, there's too many Raidens. We want to add more targets. The Raidens will shoot crawlers instead. Although we really want crawlers in front there. However, right side, we're collapsing a bit. These shots from the orbital are not going to do enough. We get locked onto that tower. It is a level 3 tower, but it goes down so fast. And there are quite a lot of Raidens, but with the tower debuff, these Rays just stay alive. Now we get up to level 5 on the Ray. No problem dealing with that. Oh, it just stays alive. Cannot kill that tower. And with this, now we see just how many Raidens there are. We do see this other tech, the fork, chosen on Raiden as well. This gives it more targets. It can kill an entire pack of hounds now. So you have to be a bit careful of that. We got another unit drop here. We got Rhino, Wasp, Saber, Arclight, a lot of good options. Rhino with armor could be a possibility, or maybe Wasps. Get some more targets. Arclight at level 5 is, you know... No, probably not against these Raidens. But yeah, here we go. We go Rhino. Rhino armor. We're just going to try to add a whole bunch of HP. And see if we can... yeah, we put one on the side here, trying to take as much time as possible for these units to be cleared up here. We are going to oil again, just like we did earlier. Or are we going to go on the other side now? Looks like we're going to go on the other side. Shield chosen for the fangs here. And now it's got to be time. We have to deal more... We need more damage against these Raiden. We go for the burst mode. Level 5, level 3 burst mode can be very strong. Like I was saying earlier, we get range on our steel balls. Another steel ball. More steel ball. Alright. And mech div. We have a lot of packs of steel balls. We get mech div. It's going to give a lot of units in order to be dealt with for these Raidens. Just adding more and more bodies. We should have a crawler here help protect these hounds. But let's see what happens. We get a missile on that pack. Rhino's doing a good job tanking. We are going so fast into that tower. The tower's going to go down right away. The range on the ball is doing a good job. Now these Phantom Rays you see just one-shotting everything. Left side. Oh, the Phantom Ray goes down there. So last pack that we have alive that can kill air units is here. This Phantom Ray. And they are staying behind all the other units, so it is just safely picking away at all these Raidens. And we didn't even have to build, like, any air. We had 2 packs of Phantom Rays this entire game. And, oh, down to 35. It's still not enough. Ion is offered. Of course, you gotta go for Ion in these late games. So, alright, we didn't quite win yet. Down to 35 HP. It's a bit scary, you know. If we lose a round against all these Raidens, suddenly our huge health lead, 46,000, will turn into 0 very fast. There is so much damage on the board. We could still be one-shot if it goes very badly. This time we pick up Subterranean. We get our level on our Phantom Ray. We're up to level 6 now. And we need more anti-air. Look at this. Pick up another Phantom Ray. Is that really what we want? I guess so. We're going to now attack the other tower. This Ion would actually be devastating had we continued to move forward. But we are going to change direction here. Always good to throw, you know, some different movement patterns here. And it looks like, yeah, we're just going to make another Phantom Ray. We sold something. Now we've got a bunch of level 2 Phantom Rays. We're going to move on to the left side now. We do have full upgrades. And we're moving so fast. A lot of fire and stuff going on the right side. We're just completely ignoring. Left side, our Ion was whiffs a bit. Gonna get into the tower here. Right tower actually goes down. Left tower under threat goes down as well. And all of our Phantom Rays left over here, able to clean up the skies. And we just completely out-tempo our opponent, just like that. Too much stuff, too much going on. So even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ranged Fork Raiden cannot stop this onslaught here. A ragtag group of units. It's just too much. Too fast. Even at a level 4, level 3 tower. So, doesn't matter. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty fun game. The key takeaway is, you know, mix up the aggression. Make sure you take up time in the sides here. Put threat under the towers with speed and, you know, armor. And then once you control the ground, you don't need very much to control the skies. This is it. We just got some Phantom Rays. Cool. Let's go into the next game. All right, so here we are. This is game 2. We are up against Bad Luck. Packs over here, a Fortified Rhino Supply and Giant. I know you probably can't see this one. It is a Tarantula Fang pack. Rhino, we do have that Hound Ball pack offered. So this is what we're going for, right? The cast-esque game plan here. We're up against Bad Luck going training spec. Actually has the sledgehammers, which is sometimes kind of difficult to get into or to deal with the steel ball, especially if they were like vertical formation, but they are not. But they are guessing the correct side here. We actually decide to go and move over on the left side. I would rather deal with a single AA cannon than 5 chunks of wall. I think wall is just annoying as hell to deal with. And with this, honestly, you don't even really have to care about the cannons very much. So we deploy this way on the left. We just have our 1 hound on the right to slow things down. Easily overpower that cannon. And then our hound slow things down enough that actually our big Chungus was able to pop off a whole bunch of those sledges. Now we're getting in on that other tower and we're kind of coming around from the back. We have a bit of a crossfire again, although, like I said previously, you know, we're like mid-range and they are standard. So we're going to clean up this round. We get some important experience on our steel balls. Improved Overlord, always kind of scary to see. And Bad Luck does go for the improved Overlord. We take the shield airdrop. Right, we're playing for tempo. We're not really gonna be building overlords here. And we're gonna go yet again for the Phantom Ray. We're gonna sort of bundle up our Phantom Ray with our steel ball. Our Phantom Ray is positioned on the line here. So if there was something deployed in the back, in the air, we can, our Phantom Rays will turn around, but our steel balls will still move forward. Sorry, the camera's being a little weird here. Yeah, we're getting in. We do bubble just in case there's like missiles or whatever. So it just protects us on the line. And importantly, it is not overlapping the tower here. So if the opponent was able to get this and then move over this way, we won't lose that bubble if we lose our tower in the crossfire situation. So we should theoretically be able to keep this bubble for quite a while. Round 2, no problem. Additional deploy is offered. Also Rhino and Incendiary. A lot of options here. Cinder range is definitely not what we want. We go for the Rhino drop. Opponent is just building out a lot of marksmen here. Let's slow this down a little bit now so we can talk more. We have lots of Fire Badgers being thrown down here. This is kind of like this can be scary, right? Fire Badger is very good against clearing chaff and clearing, you know, all the garbage that we're throwing at it. However, you know, we have armor on our hounds, we have armor on our steel balls, we have options. We can also throw down a rhino, you know, put armor on the rhino. The opponent does not have a lot of high DPS. We have marksmen, but they're all still level 1. They haven't been able to do a good job whatsoever. These Fire Badgers, although they're vertical, very good, very strong in helping slow these steel balls down. Now that we see this, we might be able to armor up, do something about it. This turn, we're just going to try to shake things up. We're going to grab that beacon, maybe go to the right. And we do have this rhino coming down on the left. We're trying to support our crawlers here. Rhino does come down on the right as well. So it looks like this rhino is going to do pretty well. Our rhino, unfortunately, not surviving. And now it's going to go get our tower. We do have a level 2 tower, but it doesn't look so good. Yeah, tower goes down. And we're not able to... Well, maybe we can get this tower. Can we get a lock? Can we get a lock? Steel ball gets a lock. Tower goes down. That's great. Good timing because this Phantom Ray just got targeted by the marksman. It'd be great if we can get this marksman. We do not want these marksmen to get levels. But looks like... Yeah, they do get the kills, but... Will they get levels? Looks like no. So that's not the worst. Wasp offered. Void Eye, Arclight. Typhoon, maybe? Is there a Typhoon play here? Maybe. We go for the Wasp, though. We want more bodies. I feel like if you're going up against marksmen here, getting these Wasps provides a lot of extra targets for the marksman to deal with, which is going to keep all of our other stuff alive a bit longer, especially the Phantom Ray. And we are Rhino spec, right? So here we have our Rhino turn. And like I was saying last turn, there's all these fire badgers that were thrown down. We have light units. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to armor. So the question is, do we want to armor our steel balls? Do we want to armor our Rhino? Looks like right now we're thinking about putting Rhino on the flank here to keep this section of units occupied as long as possible to give us an opening. We're going to start sort of, I mean, we were diversifying a little bit. We have, we're kind of building out on the right a little bit, and now we've got some on the left. Missile comes down, does not kill the Chungus. But we have this level 2 Rhino, and it's going to do a pretty good job keeping all these units occupied. We have this beacon coming in, and Rhino just about to go down, but the tower goes down. Rhino's able to punch through some of those fire badgers. Now the right side, because of that tower timing, is looking okay as well. You really have just these Phantom Rays and a few Wasps to help deal with the air. You can see these marksmen are stuck shooting individual Wasps. They've done almost no damage. Finally, it does target a steel ball, so it gets some damage on the board. Gets 2 steel balls, but we do manage to win that round as well. Shield's still up. Jav offered EMP, underground, mobile, second mobile beacon. Sometimes it's very strong to have 2 mobile beacons. We go for the shield. And we also go for that underground threat here. Some more crawlers. Just kind of building out our second row of chaff. And hackers are now chosen for bad luck. We go for the steel ball armor. The thought here was, you know, we already have level 2 steel balls, and we're going to keep probably making more steel balls, hopefully, maybe. The Rhino, more likely we would sell out of. We're having it on the flank here. We're not teching it because we planned for this. We wanted to have our steel balls more long-term than we do the Rhino. Huge javelin comes down here, by the way. Great javelin. And these hackers are going to be able to take over that Rhino. So now already we know, all right, it's safe. We can sell this Rhino. We don't need it anymore. We don't want to donate a Rhino. We are beaconing over to the right. And hackers are a bit scary with steel balls too, you know. How can we mitigate the hacker with the steel ball? Well, tons of crawlers. Tons and tons of crawlers. So thankfully, you know, we put down those extra crawlers in the back of our base. Now we've got too much stuff in the way. There's too many single target units here, and we have too much stuff. Right? We have the opponent has marksmen. They have hackers. They are both single target. So if we just have enough stuff, they will survive. They're trying to deal with all of our units with the Fire Badger. And advanced power system comes up. That is very good for us. The advanced power system, if we can get mech rage, that would be amazing as well. We do have armor always available here as well. Fire Badger, first tech ignite. Which seems like a pretty substantial mistake here. Maybe Scorching Fire would be better. Or yeah, probably Scorching Fire. Range probably not as necessary since we are coming in so quickly here. Scorching Fire would help more dealing with the armor, I think, than Ignite would. 120. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Ignite helps with the armor. I mean, if you only bump Scorching Fire at 85%, it still only does 26 damage. That's not going to put it over threshold to deal with armor. So I guess Ignite makes sense here. But realistically, probably a different option to deal with Steel Ball would have been chosen. And we do have the hackers, so I don't know. Seems like a bit of a waste for the Ignite. But for us, yeah, we're going to keep beaconing to the right. And we just have lots and lots of stuff. We've sold out of our Rhino here. So hackers, like there's 3 of them now, but there's 2 on this side. We sell out here and we go to the right. So we can put more pressure on the right. There should be less things on the right, keeping our opponent guessing. You know, they don't know which side to put things on. And we've got, yeah, that little 2 Phantom Ray. We do have that Wasp that we've also leveled up as well. Wasp here on the back as well. Just adding more and more and more targets. You know, these marksmen are really, really not great right now. We saw a heavily invested in a marksman early on. And they haven't been able to do anything. This guy is still level 1. This guy still level 1. There's too many targets. We get that tower. Charging through, no problem. Now we get a lock on that left tower. And even though there's hackers here and they're, you know, maybe getting their steel balls, they're not getting the right targets. They're not surviving. And we're going to end up charging through there and doing quite a lot of damage. 110 HP left. Going to the final round here. Mustang drop offered. Immediately we snap pick that. Say, yes, that is exactly what we're missing. We don't have a good answer for all of these wasps, but now we do with the Mustang. The Mustang pairs very well with the Steel Ball. We have the armor in front, and the Mustang can help stay alive behind it. The other thing is I feel like Mustang is very strong against Hacker. It offers a lot of bodies for Hacker to take over, but at the same time, it has such a high speed and rate of fire that if, you know, for example, an individual crawler gets hacked, it will die immediately to the Mustang and not really slow down your units. Sometimes when a unit gets hacked, then everything stops and turns and shoots at it and then tries to move forward again and stops and turns, shoot. It's like very frustrating to push through a defensive hacker setup. But the Mustangs help a lot because the rate of fire is so fast. We are going to try to pop this with our Rhino drop. You notice, you know, there's hackers on this side, but there's one hacker here. But we can pop this. Hopefully we can land on top of these Fire Badgers and distract here for a bit longer. We're going to the right. And actually, we're going to go right into this oil. This is a beautiful oil placement. And it's the same side that we've got these Mustangs deployed as well. We don't have range. We're out of money. We do manage to get high mobility. So our balls are going 22 meters per second. Balls will survive through the fire. Mustangs will not. We don't have armor on the hounds either, so what are upgrades? Just 1-1. This fire could be very strong here. Very defensive setup with these Badgers and hackers. We don't really manage to do anything with that Rhino on the right, and here we go. We're getting into the fire. All of our crawlers are dying, but we still have wasps in the air. We actually pick up range. We're able to outrange everything, stay behind all of our balls, stay behind, well, there's no crawlers left, but we get that tower, and with that tower we can hopefully get the round here. Now left tower under threat. We do manage to get that, and it looks like we're just going to be able to clean up here. These hackers are not able to stay alive, and with that we are going to end the game. GG. So, very cool, very fun way to play here. this mid-range aggression, changing size, which way we want to attack, you know, taking the balls, going over here or here, whatever. We're getting armor, we're keeping things interesting on the flanks. We actually kept our bubble here for quite a while. We forced some tech and choices out of our opponent they were probably uncomfortable with. We were high on tempo and basically forcing our opponent to make decisions quickly and maybe making incorrect decisions. I'm not sure about Ignite here. Also going to the Hacker. Hacker was a response to like, oh, they've got all these steel balls, they've got the Rhino. And yeah, sure, it worked for one turn. And we saw it on that Rhino. And we still have like too much stuff here, right? Invest in Hacker, invest in Marksman, both single target units, not doing very well to deal with this horde of units here. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed those games. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Do you enjoy this kind of play style? I find it pretty fun. You know, and you should also maybe check out a previous video. We talked about cast games a little bit in the Meta Monday this past week. It was probably, these are uploaded in the correct order. It would be yesterday, so have a look at that. Yeah, and check out the Mag 1 if you want it right from the source. Hope you enjoyed these games. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Like I said, subscribe, all that stuff. Appreciate you, and have a nice day. See you later.